therefore, let me see what's going on here on X. Yep, streaming, not the best, I guess, but we are here. Let me hear the sound, and sound works too. Alrighty, let me go and get the chat window open. Don't want to do this. Copy this one. Open this one. Well, actually, hang on one second. Do this here. All right, so I am streaming, I believe, and I will get my phone ready as well. So where do I want to go? I want to go somewhere here. Actually, let me go right. Let me go right here to vegan wings. Okay. It's a long trip. It is 1 hour 17 minutes, and put in my password. Go. I forgot to charge this phone, and so it's not. It's on red, but this should do. So I want to see my own stream. Come on, please load. Come on, come on, come on. The Starlink should be working. Actually, I need to see what's going on with my Starlink. Sorry that this takes a while here, but I guess she's going to Chick-fil-A. Oh, there's an update now too, which I don't really want to install. Let me do a speed test for my Starlink. Looks good. Okay, so I'm live. I am here. Gonna be able to see chat messages here, and gonna be able to see chat messages from YouTube. Okay, off we go. Ready. Let's see which way I'm going. So I haven't done a live stream for a while since I came back from my road trip. I have done a few other videos for sure, but not yet some live stream. So here we are. Hope this all stays as it is. I only got one increase from 14.3.3 to 14.3.4, so not really a lot has happened since then. If you haven't followed me on my reviews for this lovely Eject X. I posted a video on YouTube. I tested this device, which is for ejecting your charging cable when you are at a supercharger and you feel threatened. You can unlock your charging port, and this spring-loaded mechanism ejects your charging cable. Results are mixed. It works with newer cars, newer Teslas, where the charge port is large enough. It doesn't work on my Cybertruck. It does not work on older Teslas that have this tiny little flap that just covers the charge port. So it will not work there. I can tell you that. Cybertruck. And I compared it to the EV jack adapter. So it's on X. I just recently posted it. It's also on YouTube. If you are interested, watch it. If not, oh, Karina, schönen guten Tag, wie geht's denn? Yeah, so if you want to see how that works, then check this out. It's either this one or, let me go get it. It's in here, in the side pocket. It's either this one or this one, so it's a comparison between the two of them. Karina, are you coming to the X takeover in Texas? If you're still watching. Oh man, I forgot to get something to drink. This is gonna be difficult for me to talk the whole time and not having anything to drink. So we see. I'm on 14.3.4. I am on the Hurry profile, which is mostly what I'm using these days. I alternate between Mad Max and Hurry. And on days when the police is out, then I'm going to chill. So yesterday the police was out, so there was when I tested this whole adapter thing. Oh, you're coming, so we will see each other then. Awesome. And I'm talking about Karina. I think Karina is in Austria, not in Germany, but obviously Austrians speak German too, with a funny accent, like Arnold Schwarzenegger. Yeah. So yesterday when I filmed the adapter stuff, I was please don't turn left here. Okay. I was in chill mode because the police had been out hiding everywhere, trying to pull over people. Which I don't really understand the concept. You would make more money if you would pull over people that stay in the left lane and don't move over, obstructing traffic. Why are you trying to find people that drive like 8 miles over the speed limit? It's crazy. Let me see what Karina says. Oh, I'm going to be there with the Cybertruck too. So if you guys meet me there, you can drive my truck too. Haha, the Germans have the funny accent. No, the Austrians have the funny accent. Just watch any Schwarzenegger movie, and then you know it. No, actually, they speak German in Austria too, but it's a certain accent which actually sounds better than German, in my opinion. It has some flair to it. So either way, here we are. Somebody coming to a full stop, even though those are 2 lanes here. And they are from North Carolina, South Carolina. So, of course, they don't know. But that's a good thing with FSD. FSD would have gone and not, hesitated that much. So I love using FSD in areas where I've never been. So I don't need to focus which way to go. And is it now turn left now? Good luck, everybody. But it's it's just awesome. I don't really need to worry about which way to go. And of course, it does make mistakes too. Um, but yeah, yeah, we can sure make that happen, Karina. You can drive the Cybertruck. Um, so yeah, that's what it is. Atlanta, mostly here as I'm going. And oh, by the way, there's always a bad signal here, cell phone and satellite. So even my Starlink does have bad reception here. I don't know what it is, but it's not good. So those are the moments here when you have stop and go like this, where I switch to Mad Max so that it picks a different lane to get around stuff. People driving slow like this here. I'm not really sure what's going on here. But when you can't really go over the speed limit anyway, I like to switch to Mad Max. But sometimes it takes a while for it to kick in. Oh man, what are we doing here? Come on, go in the other lane, Mad Max. Do your job. It doesn't. I don't know what it is. Sometimes it's very aggressive and figures out that other lanes move faster. Now it's a bit slow. Um, but yeah, I like to use Mad Max for those occasions, and you know, in a city when you have multiple lanes, kind of getting around in some way. Oh, the police is here on the left-hand side. Was it? I just saw blue flashing lights. Where did they go? Look how everybody's in the left lane. I'm not sure if you can see this, but this is the United States for you, where everybody is has a subscription to the left lane, including FSD at this point. I don't know why we are here because other lanes move faster, but there you have it. FSD needs a moment to figure this out. Um, I'm looking forward to a newer version of FSD. The parking is really horrible at this point. I uploaded a clip where I was going to an Aldi, or what do Americans say, Aldi? Aldi? I don't know. It's a German store, Aldi, and it was going around like I think 3 or 4 times. It would have gone around a few more times, I think, but I didn't have the patience for it, and also, I mean, the Cybertruck is already kind of raising eyebrows, but circling around in the parking lot for multiple times is not necessarily what I wanted to do. So the police sometimes is right behind. Yeah, here they are. They're sometimes right behind this wall here too, so you can't even see them. And when you blast past here, then they clock you. So that was all. I don't even see any reason why we all came to a standstill just because of a police car standing on the side of the road. Everybody should just go the speed limit, which is 70 here, and at least, and all of this could have been avoided. But either way, here we are. Um, Making it work. So I have to pick up a few things from my mother-in-law's house, and that's the whole occasion for me here to do some live streaming. I need to pick up some of my tools I left there. And other than that, I'm kind of thinking of going on the road trip again to Yucca Valley in July. My wife is not. There are certain things I want to do, need to do. Um, so we have to see how that works out. Left lane is like in Germany. I wish it was like it is in Germany, where people get out of the way. So let me see if I can manually kind of get around stuff here. So I just indicated to go into the right lane because obviously I can see the right lane was a little bit emptier. So let's see if we go back into the middle lane. We should, but you never know. Oh, yeah, we are. And there's an express lane that I could use. It used to be free for the last, when did they change it? In September last year. For 10 years it was free if you had an electric car or otherwise, fuel efficient car. You could get a special license plate, and that allowed you to be in this lane that starts right here after that bridge. And other cars, regular cars, gas-powered cars, and so on, they had to pay a fee, which now fell off the free stuff. So now everybody has to pay, and I don't know how much it is right now, but I will find out in a minute. So it can be as much as like $19 or so. If that's the case, I will leave this lane because I'm not really too happy of paying that much money, because this lane is not a full express lane. It's still slow. So yeah, I do have $1, and then we see what happens afterwards. So FSD, so much so on the interstate, is rather boring, I would say. One issue that I have here with FSD in this express lane is sometimes it tries to get out of it. And not only on that dashed line as we just saw it, it sometimes tries to get out on those double white lines here, which is illegal. So if a police officer would see this, they could give you a ticket or you pay a fine or so. But it should stay in this lane, and it should only go out on the dashed line. But again, sometimes it tries to go out on the dashed line where it clearly can still stay and use the lane. So I don't know what it is, but it is what it is. So I'm driving 79 miles an hour on Mad Max. I have somebody behind me who is trying to push me, and I don't understand why we are not keeping up with the cars in front of us. No idea. FSD is capable of driving 85 miles an hour, and yes, that is too fast here for the speed limit. But then again, if everybody's driving that speed, then the question is, are you obstructing or are you actually keeping things moving? So now we made our way up to 84. Let's see if we get out of here because of the car behind me. Nope, but they come around. So I'm on 85 right now. And this person cut right in front of me, probably because of being angry. But yeah. So that's how that goes here. Now we're picking up some steam, going back to 81. It was just 82 a second ago. And but we still keep that distance that I had earlier to some of the other cars. This looks like fun. those two ladies on that trike. Oh, let me look this view here. Okay, so yeah. Oh. I do not like Atlanta traffic. I can clearly say that. I think it is painful going around here in Atlanta. I do honestly believe that most drivers need some sort of driver's education. Um, yeah, that's all I can say. Plus, I'm not sure why we're not keeping up with everybody. Let me push the pedal real quick to push it a little bit. But there's traffic coming up again. I can see it already. So one thing that is to watch out for is sometimes when everybody comes to a standstill like this, there are some really nice people that decide to jump into this express lane. Not really like here we go, like this. And that wasn't really as bad, but I have seen people jumping over where I'm coming in with higher speed. Oh, this is a nice truck trailer combo here. Wow, awesome. Where they come in, we come in with higher speeds here in this lane, and they just from a standstill make their way over here in this lane, and then don't even accelerate. So quite some dangerous maneuvers that you can see here. That's a very loud car, the Mustang. So yeah, in that build that I just wrote down, whatever one that is, 2611 in the end or so. What is it? 14.6.11. It seems like Mad Max has gotten some sort of slap on the wrist in a way. It's also a very interesting truck here, Next Level Fab LLC. So yeah, I'm actually ready for another road trip. I am. It's kind of funny. I just got back, like 2 weeks ago or whatever it was, but I'm actually good to go again. So no problemo. I got a stone chip in my windshield, which I could actually go get the windshield replaced. But I rather I fixed it myself. I put some resin in, so let's see if it spreads. So I can always kind of replace the windshield. I have the Lux package where it's included, the windshield replacement, one every 12 months or whatever it is, or 15, whatever. Karina, you don't have to touch the steering wheel for this version 14.3, whatever it started. Was it already at 14.2 or so? You just have to pay attention. Obviously, if I look away and do something else for too long, then it complains and flashes blue lights and so on. But you can fold your hands together. As long as you look straight ahead, There's no nagging anymore. I'm not sure. Germany doesn't have an FSD version, so you probably have the autopilot version where you still have to indicate when you want to switch lane, disengage and re-engage. I would believe so, but um, yeah, it is. You can drive like this for thousands of miles and never ever touch the steering wheel. And like David Moss has been doing that. And so, yeah, it's possible. And I hope Germany gets FSD soon. I mean, Denmark has it now, Belgium, I think, the Netherlands, Norway, I would think so. Yeah, so yeah, like you said, it's basically autopilot. Well, when you come over here in October for the X takeover, you can try it out, and it's basically just like I'm sitting here. I'm not doing anything other than looking straight ahead. So it's not bad, especially for long distance driving. It is really awesome. In the city as well, you know, sometimes I drive myself, especially here in Atlanta when I just get too much of the people, of the craziness. But in other cities, obviously, it's nice if you don't know your way around and FSD is managing for you. It's not bad. So, um, one of the previous versions had me leaving this express lane here, going all the way over to the exit because that exit comes back onto the interstate, especially when this is full here. Um, didn't make any sense, you know, like you leave here, you go all the way over there, and then you know, further down, as you may see, you come all the way back over here. But instead of staying in this express lane, it just went out of it. So haven't seen this happening yet again on any of those versions. Your stream reminds me of Barn TV, but yours is more exciting. Okay. I haven't seen, so this is now nonsense. It doesn't make any sense to get around. But I'm in Mad Max, so Mad Max trying real hard here, all of a sudden. Bahn TV, Eisenbahn. The reason why I'm splitting this view is it doesn't make any sense to see the rest of the inside and having those A-pillars blocking views. Plus, on the roof, I have, well, I have it in the cabin too, but I have a wide angle lens, which gives you like 100 and, what is it, 170 degree of view or so. I don't know. But it gives you more on the left than on the right. And I think that is very important for context on intersections and also even here, so that you kind of have a better idea of what's going on left and right and not just the view out on the front. So that's why I bother with this whole setup of cameras and recording directly to my laptop, if that's actually even working, and it seems to be. So yeah, nice Rivian R1S. So yeah, that's why I do this, and it actually is quite an ordeal. I have a power bank in the back with 1 kilowatt hour and is full of cables back here, and right now I only have one Starlink up, but when I do my road trip, I actually do use the Starlink Mini as well to blend in my internet connection, to use a hotspot and the two Starlinks, and I use a software called Speedify, not Spotify, Speedify, which allows me to bundle those internet connections or jump from one that is better, no, jump to one that is better from one that is not as good. So that, as I see right now, my stream is not good, but yeah. So it jumped probably over to cellular then to basically bridge the gap that happens every now and then on the stream. This boat is sideways. That's one of those racing boats. Nice. Awesome, awesome. It's still a big deal here too with FSD. Or are you talking about the view right? The view right now, or are you talking about FSD? I would assume you're talking about FSD, Karina. Um, yeah, I know a lot of Europeans have not, or actually other people in the world have not really experienced full self-driving yet. And for us who are using it on a daily basis, it seems quite normal, and we complain about stuff a lot. But for my mom, if she would come over and visit, she would be simply blown away of doing all of this right now, and don't even know the rules here, don't even know which way to go, and she would just tap a button that says go there, and then the car would take her there. So it's pretty sweet, to be honest. So I'm still impressed, amazed, and happy about it, even though most people would think I'm complaining and I might be a Tesla hater or so. But yeah, FSD, I figured you would talk about FSD. Yeah, a lot of people, would probably assume I dislike Tesla. And there are certain things I dislike that Tesla does. And I, in my opinion, keep it honest. If something doesn't work, I point it out. If something is good, then I point it out. If it's bad, I point it out. But I think it can only get better if you are receptive to constructive criticism. If something isn't right, it should be possible to voice it. It should be possible to point it out, to put a focus, to shine a light on it, and try to make it better. And like, just one last thing that happened. Somebody was on FSD, and it didn't, see the signs that lanes were closed, and then there's obviously a bar, Schranke, a bar that is really across the lanes, and it was almost slamming into it, and it was on FSD. So here we are, rain now. I'm not even sure where it's coming from. So let's see how that works with the camera on the top. Sometimes you have a few drops, but then if the speed picks up, they roll off. So hopefully it doesn't get too bad. So yeah, I mean, that's something that needs to be voiced, that needs to be seen. And for other FSD drivers too, I know there are a lot of people that say, oh, robotaxi is here, and they would trust it. And I can only say it is called supervised, and I'm doing this. I'm paying attention, I'm watching it. I am not leaving things to chance. And I have disengaged too. And I have reported some things. If you want to, you can browse through my on my profile, the highlight section. I'm tagging all those videos in there. You can watch them and judge for yourself if that was a mishap or if it was, you know, if I was wrong to disengage or so. So yeah. Atlanta traffic. Not fun. Oh, one thing I can see if I... Let me keep this open if I'm getting a different route suggested. Not that I really need to go a different route. It's mainly interstate and then just like a tiny little bit of surface roads. But I rather, when I'm live streaming, I'm rather showing certain things like intersections, 2 lanes, and, Atlanta traffic, so to speak, downtown traffic. And interstate driving is more or less boring for FSD. So if you watch this, you basically say, well, nothing really is happening. And that's true, because that's actually a positive point, because, it's not spectacular. There's nothing really of a problem at this point. I was just looking at the Mega Million and the Powerball jackpot, and I was thinking that the ticket that I have needs to win so badly. That would be a good retirement option for me. So I don't really understand. It's Saturday. What time is it? 2:25 p.m. 14:25 Uhr. And this is what you have to deal with here. Okay, there's an object on the road. Maybe that's the problem. But most of the times it's this so-called spaghetti junction here, where people have a problem finding out which way to go and keep up the speed in a way. So, yep. Yep, it's 6 hours time difference to Austria, Germany. I talked to my sister and my mom this morning. Oh, Karina, you probably have high temperatures there too, right? What are reasons for me to disengage? Mainly parking, navigation issues. Sometimes it's trying to go a way that I totally don't want to go. And then it's too late for, trying to put a pin somewhere or so. So then I disengage. The parking situation is, again, I just uploaded a clip where I'm going round and round the parking lot. And there's plenty of parking. It's not that there isn't anything. It's really plenty of parking, but it didn't choose any parking spot. I have disengaged for FSD trying to go backwards into a stall, charging stall where you have to go forward. I have disengaged for FSD ending up in the opposite lane, for instance. Those are things where I disengage. Yeah, so mainly. Like you see, I mean, there isn't anything it's not really exciting. Sometimes I wonder, should I really do a live stream? Is it really worth it at this point? Are people really interested in seeing a lot of nothing at this point? But the thing is, with when I'm driving, like the other day, I didn't have my cameras on. Obviously, things happen, and I didn't even record it at this point. So most of the times, when I'm not even live streaming, I'm still trying to record my drives and discard them. If there isn't anything good that happened, or spectacular or dangerous or so, then I'm just deleting it. But I don't know. I'm doing a live stream right now, so something could happen or nothing happens. Who knows? I'm not predicting, anticipating it. There's there's no telling what happens. That's a good thing. There's no script. I'm not saying, oh, let me go this route because FSD works really well and I want to show it off and how nice it works. So, for instance, how nice it works, I'm getting out of this lane to get around this car here because everybody seems to be a bit faster. And that's the thing here too in Atlanta. So as soon as you do this, the person that is driving slow starts speeding up too. So funny. Um, so yeah, I'm not scripting it. I know, or I don't want to say I know, but I I know there are people, and well, now I'm saying I know again. So I would assume there are people who have an interest in Tesla because of holding shares and having heavy investments for Tesla to do very well. And I would assume that positive messages are better for stock options. So to show off what works really, really well would be something to focus on. One could claim or say that. And I'm obviously not a person like this. If I'm seeing something that happens, then you see it too, because I'm live streaming. I'm not polishing anything here. I'm not trying to get the car into a predicament where it can't get out of or whatever it is. This is just stuff that happens because of how the road is. So yeah. So, oh, and this is a nice old Mercedes. And then on the left hand side, if you see that, there is a full block of all the lanes for whatever reason. Somebody, oh yeah, okay. So somebody in this express lane here or carpool lane where there's no emergency lane at all got stuck. So now they blocked everything for this person to be moved over to the right hand side. Understandable. So, but yeah. Yeah, Karina, I know. What it's always kind of exciting to see something you don't have, and then once you have it, it becomes your everyday sort of thing. So, but I would think that FSD is not far away for Germans as well. Well, it doesn't help you if it is in Germany because you're in Austria. But let's just say, Austria, Germany would get it soon too. So that would be nice. Because then if I'm visiting Germany, I can rent a Tesla and use FSD there too. Even though when I go to Germany, I love to drive on the Autobahn. So, yeah. Going 160 miles an hour is something fun to do. And I think only really possible in Germany because You need to have experienced drivers, you need to have educated drivers, and you need to have the roads that support speeds like this. Those roads here would kill you, because it's just, they're not good. It's kind of sorry, dear US citizens, if you listen to this. It's the truth. I'm not, sugarcoating it, but your roads are terrible. And for high speeds where you would drive like 160 miles an hour, so you would have issues on those roads here. With stuff laying around, with animals being able to get onto the interstate and so on. So with people not knowing how to judge speed, and they would just pull over into your lane. So there's a lot that wouldn't work as it is. So yep. Oh yeah, well, if you will up, so I'm still talking to Karina. If anybody on the live stream on YouTube is asking whom I'm responding to, I have Karina in the live chat here on X, and she has a 2019 Model 3, and loves Tesla, and has been to the X takeovers in, where was it, in Germany, the last one, or was it in Austria? There's a fan club that is organized. I think it's the Austrian fan club that's organizing things, and it's coming over here to the X takeover in the US as well. Blah, blah, blah. Can't even talk anymore. So yeah, that would be nice if you update to a 2027 model. I honestly have to say, if you can update at a point when it's going to be hardware 5, that would make more sense than updating to hardware 4 at this point, my opinion. Especially since, you know, Europe doesn't have FSD, and also not really FSD 14 yet, so I don't know. And police starting to drive again. Yep. Either they pulled somebody over, or the person, well, if they broke down, then they would still be standing there, so they probably pulled somebody over. So yeah, Karina, um, if you can still swing it in terms of your 2019 Model 3, I would probably wait if you can. It's up to you anyway. What am I saying here? It's not my situation. I obviously like bleeding edge and nice things, and this is my second Cybertruck, so I had a Foundation series, and I had ordered the Cyber Beast in 2019. I was a reservation holder, and so basically I would have had to wait for longer. In 2024, I he's pulling over people, the police, the Georgia trooper. Um, I would have had to wait longer in 2024, and So I was thinking, let me just see what happens if I change my reservation from a Cyber Beast to a dual motor, and lo and behold, 2 weeks later, I already had a VIN number, and then I took delivery. So that's how I ended up with an all-wheel drive, the dual motor. But I always wanted to have the Cyber Beast, honestly, because I had a performance model before. I had the Model S P85D in 2015. I had a Model Y Performance. I had a P100D Model X. I had the Model X Plaid. My wife is driving a Model S Plaid. And there was always something missing for me, being used to the performance models with the dual motor Cybertruck. But it's not bad, so don't get me wrong, it's not a slouch either. It is good. But when this opportunity opened up to get this one here, with the Lux package, which obviously has free supercharging included and some other perks, FSD being owned, I decided to jump on this here now. But nevertheless, you never know what else is coming up. So if there's newer hardware, and that's the hardware that helps you to drive. Okay, what are we doing now? Okay. If that's the hardware that helps you to drive unsupervised, then of course I would see myself trying to get that, because I'm going to be 60 by the end of this year. And oh, come on, let's go. Keep it going. We have still 2.5 miles left here. And it's a matter of time that, it starts going downhill for focus, for reaction time, for fatigue, and so on, that I might not be able to drive myself anymore. And it would be nice to have a car that still allows me to go places. So if I want to go see the beach, or if I want to go to California, I can, even though I may not be able to drive myself anymore, but I can still do that. So one thing that's very interesting here, previous versions have kept me in this carpool lane, and how many lanes do we have here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think in the end it's 7 lanes or so when we come up here on the interchange. And FSD has managed to basically miss the exit by being in this carpool lane for too long and not being able to get over in time. So now we are really getting over early. It's still, it was 2.5 miles away that that we ended up getting over here. And you can see the traffic is still flowing in this carpool lane. So if you time it nicely, you can save a lot of time. But then again, if you don't really drive yourself and you don't have to focus and so on, isn't it better if you move over a little bit earlier and just go whatever the car does here? I don't know. Especially me now, talking to viewers, and oh yeah, or if you wait, Karina, then yeah, that's not a bad idea. So I'm talking to viewers. I'm not, I'm paying attention. Don't get me wrong. Just because I'm sitting here and I'm talking doesn't mean I'm, having my eyes closed or so. I'm looking into the rear view mirrors. I'm ready to take over if I would have to. But it has gotten so good that you don't really need to anymore that often. It's just that one time where you probably want to pay attention. Why is this person honking? I have no idea. No idea why the Mercedes driver was honking, but who knows. So we need to still go one over, and here we are. And it's actually not too bad here today. Usually this is full as crazy too. So, um, and mainly the problem is you have off ramps here like this one, but you also have on ramps. And on that on ramp, people try to get on to 75 and go straight, basically having to pass those two lanes here, while all the other traffic is trying to get in those two lanes, and that's a chaos, which is just crazy. And I see this every time I'm, driving here. I'm seeing just chaos, accidents, especially here in this area. It's just bad. So yeah, I'm almost there where I need to be. So it's 6 more minutes. Then I will end the live stream. I will gather my stuff, tools, and so on. Not really sure if I live stream the way back as well. I might as well just do that. So look out for that. Maybe I meet my son too. Okay, what are we trying to do now? This is merging here. Okay, not bad. Didn't cut anybody off. So I'm back in hurry. I had it in Mad Max earlier. But if you have it in Mad Max, it would try to get to the very left lane like really quick. So my exit is coming up in 1.5 miles. Let me see what Karina is saying. Oh yeah, I know. You're not allowed to talk to the driver on public transport in Germany. That would be to not distract the driver and not involve them into something. I'm pretty sure these days drivers have like a cell phone hanging somewhere and distract themselves. It works very, very nicely. So it has improved so much. It's very smooth. It's sometimes you even think like, what is it doing? And then again, it was just a police car coming from way back, and it moves out of the way. And before you even realize what's going on, it already reacted in some way. So it's not bad. So you watch what you will get one day, Karina. So, or you move to the US and then you can have it right away. So, here we are. One thing that has happened quite often to me here is those two lanes turn left. There's no marking on here, but they both turn left. So there's no stop sign for this Nissan here. I'm not really sure what they tried to do, but this is really bad. So, okay, they decided to go. So what happens here is though, now I'm actually, okay, so now this time we didn't switch lanes, but sometimes when I'm in the right lane of those lanes, the car is switching lanes while making the turn. So it doesn't end up in the lane that should be the lane to pick. It ends up going into the wrong lane. So if there was somebody next to us, they would cut them off. Again, I have a few videos up on my highlights section where that happens. And the last time that it happened to me was in Palm Desert on I-10. I took the exit and it actually ended up in the middle lane instead of the right lane. And the person next to me ended up in the lane on my left-hand side, which turned out to be the left turning lane to get onto I-10 in the other direction. So they accelerated and ended up having to slow down because FSD accelerated too. So it was bad in my opinion. So if I would have, and everybody followed me too. I was the first one on the intersection. Um, so yeah, see here, this is something where we could have gone. We switched lanes right in the middle. So there was nobody behind us, but I was in the left of the right turning lanes, and lo and behold, I ended up switching over into the right lane. Was it a lane switch or was it kind of not staying in the lane? I don't know, but it wasn't good in my opinion. I should have stayed in that lane and ended up in the left lane after the right turn. So either way, you considering both options, Karina. Um, yeah, I mean, you have a business as much as I understand, so maybe it allows you to spend some more time here at some point. So I'm 1 minute away from my stop, just to let you know. Then the live stream will end. And I'm saying this already ahead of time here. Thanks so much for tuning in, for joining me, for coming along. I always love if I do get some chat messages that I can respond to, and I'm not just talking blindly to whoever might be watching or not watching. So, but yeah, this is what happens here in Atlanta using FSD 14.3.4. So I'm going to park here because the house is not far away from where I need to go to, but I do not want to dox my mother's-in-law's address. So here is where I end things, and look for maybe a later live stream as well. Okie dokie, guys. Thanks so much for joining here, and I bring things here to an end. Do I have an internet connection? I'm streaming. Why can I not go to the website? Interesting. It loads forever here. Come on. And oh yeah, the stream quality is dipping now too, so this must be a weak spot here. Okie dokie. See you later.